Hello, 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 and welcome to our channel. This is Dana from davidanddana.com, and I'm so excited that you have found this video because productivity is one of those things that is super important to me for our business and for our life, keeping everything managed and flowing nicely. And I wanted to share some easy hacks that you can implement right away and start to see the more efficient you come blooming out. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one I have for you is number one, talk with others. Now, that may seem a little counterproductive. If you're talking to other people, how can you ever get things done? But what I'm talking about here is to partner up with someone or buddy up with someone that's on the same path as you, experiencing some of the same things in your lives, in their business. Look for folks who are, much like you, and maybe join a support group. There's, groups on Facebook, there's groups on LinkedIn, there's groups everywhere where you can meet people who will be a lot like you. Maybe, in your neighborhood or at your church, there will be all kinds of folks that you can buddy up with to learn from, to keep each other accountable, and learn from. You can always learn from someone else's maybe mistakes or their successes, right? So when you're in a group, when you're associating with other people, there's a lot of synergy there, and things that you can support each other with will certainly increase each other's productivity. Okay, number two, this is important as well, to set some goals. Number two, set goals. Now, I'm talking about something that you expect and want to have happen. You can set daily goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals. In fact, we have a great goal setting worksheet that we use to set our goals for the year. And we then broke it down into quarters. And there's a way of going about this in a way that isn't, overwhelming, and where you don't set goals that aren't achievable, and you don't set too many goals. That can be a struggle for folks. They want to get a lot of stuff done, and they make a goal. But there is a science to goal setting. And so if you're interested in that goal setting worksheet, I'll go ahead and put a link in the description of this video. You can grab that when we're done. And by the way, if this is the first time to your channel, be sure to go ahead and subscribe to our channel so that you can be notified when I either go live or when we publish our next training video. Okay, I got off track, but no, goals are important, and they should be something you're going to attain. Like, for instance, by the end of August, I want to have recruited 5 more coaching clients. That would be a goal. So now I know what I'm working towards. Anytime you know what you're working towards, it's a little easier to get there. So that's number 2, set some goals. Now, number 3, task list. Make a task list, a to-do list. Have a daily mode of operations. There's all sorts of ways, all sorts of names you can give it, but basically it is what you intend to get done in a given day. That will give you so much freedom, you have no idea. If you just jot down 3 or 4 things that you have as non-negotiables that you are going to get done today, those will likely get done. I'm not saying make a task list of 30 things. I don't know who could get 30 things done in a day unless they're super, 1-minute kind of tasks. But be clear on what you're doing, and that will give you freedom. I tell you, when you have it in front of you, it's easy to do one thing after another. Now, got to know, are there other folks out there like me that if they do a task that's not on their task list, do you then write it on your task list so that you can check it off? I'm curious. I just have to know. So if that's you, let me know. I would love to know. There's more kindred spirits out there that love to check off the task list. Okay, number 4, set a schedule. All right, so you have your task list. You know what you need to accomplish in the day. Set a schedule so that you know what you're doing during your day. Block time off for, cooking meals. Block time off for your exercise. Block times off for your, your devotional time or your reading, your personal development. Mark times off for running errands, doing chores around the house. Whatever the item is, whatever it is that's going to take your time, schedule it. Now, this may seem a little anal, and that could be, but it will help your productivity if you're clear on what you need to do when. And then when you have a big block of like free time, that's when you can apply, your task list items. That's when you will accomplish the things on your task list that aren't already built in to your schedule. That's important. Number 5, get to bed on time. Now, I'm a mom, and I've, always thought it was important that the kids get a good night's rest before school. And working, of course, same thing. Want to get a good night's rest before that alarm clock goes off, and you get up in the pitch dark night, get rest for work, and head off for your commute. I don't know how many years I did that, 30 some. Don't have to do that now. My commute's a lot shorter. It's from my bedroom to my office. However, getting a good night's rest is something that I'm doing now that I didn't do when I was working. And I see the value in getting a good night's rest. So find out what your body needs. My perfect is between 7.5 and 8 hours. And if I get that every night, I'm golden. And I can go like an Energizer bunny all day long. But keeping that time consistent. So don't go to bed at 10 o'clock tonight and midnight tomorrow and 2 a.m. the next and then back to 10. Keep that time consistent as well. Find a time that works for you. Your body will get used to that, and that's super, super important for your body. And what's good for your body is good for your mind. What's good for your mind is good for your productivity. All right, and number 6. All right, have my little notes over here. Number 6 is to be present. Be present. Now, what does that mean exactly? Well, to increase your productivity, when you are doing a particular task, I want you to be present in that activity. If that activity is to hang out with family, then hang out with family. Don't turn off your phone, your computer, whatever, the outside world. Focus on your family. You'll have plenty of time to check and see if you got this email or this text or whatever when you're on your business task, yes? But when you're on your family task, be present with your family. And likewise, when it's time for business, shut the door, do whatever you need to do to shut out the distractions, the TV, whatever is out that could lure you away, and do your business. That's when you can check for messages. That's when you can write new blog posts. That's when you can prospect or whatever it is that you're doing that you've tasked out on your task list for your business for the day. Be present. And I think that is the best of all. It ties them all together. And if you can focus on what it is now that you're working on, be much more productive. The idea of multitasking, that's a myth. I still, up until just weeks ago, believed that multitasking was the answer. But realizing after hearing it from mentor after mentor about multitasking is not the answer. It is not the answer. So I am now passing that on to you. Multitasking, you may get a lot of things done, but maybe not as quickly or as well as you would have if you'd taken each one and focused on it So I hope these productivity tips have helped you. Like I said, I will put that goal setting worksheet link in the comments. And another really great resource that we have is our time management planner. And that has been super helpful for a lot of people to help them kind of think through exactly what we've been talking about here and implementing these six hacks into their time management of their day. So until next time, that was the words of wisdom that I have for you. Have a great time and happy business building.